This comprehensive guide provides detailed, step-by-step instructions for surviving a wildfire at different critical distances and will therefore begin with preparation, which must take place before any fire season begins. 1. Home defense preparation. This must be a priority, and you should focus on employing essential home modifications such as installing ember-resistant vents on all openings, replacing wooden roof shingles with fire-resistant materials, installing double-pane or tempered glass windows, creating a gravel perimeter around all structures, and installing external sprinkler systems, if at all possible. And in addition to those measures, it's critical that you address vegetation management by creating a 100-foot defensible space around all structures. In Zone 1, 0 to 30 feet, remove all flammable plants, and in Zone 2, 30 to 100 feet, thin all existing vegetation and removing any dead material. And also, make sure to properly trim all tree branches, 10 feet from any chimney, 6 feet from the ground, and 10 feet between trees, where applicable. 2. Emergency kit assembly. Your emergency kit, or go bag, should be organized for quick and efficient access and should contain, at a bare minimum, the following: water and food, 1 gallon of water per person per day for a 3-day minimum, a 3-day supply of non-perishable food, a manual can opener, and portable water filters. Medical supplies, a first aid kit with burn treatment supplies, all prescription medications for a 2-week supply, N95 masks, 2 per person, eye protection, burn cream, bandages and gauze, pain relievers, and antibacterial ointment. Communication tools, a battery-powered or hand-crank radio, extra cell phone batteries, a solar charger, an emergency contact list, laminated, and 2-way radios. Essential documents, stored in a waterproof container: insurance policies, identification, bank records, emergency contacts, medical information, property inventories with photos, and an external hard drive containing all of your digital copies. And finally, protective equipment: long-sleeve wool or cotton shirts, long pants, leather boots, leather gloves, bandanas or neck gaiters, safety goggles, and hard hats. 3. Family emergency plan. A clear and practiced plan is a family's single most important asset, and that should begin with plan development, where you create detailed evacuation maps with a primary route and 2 alternate routes, with all marked safety zones and any potential shelter locations, as well as all designated meeting points, and also by establishing communication protocols that include an out-of-area contact person, a group text/messaging system, a social media check-in plan, and any relevant emergency radio frequencies, while also making time to practice emergency procedures, such as monthly evacuation drills, performing go-bag location checks, communication system tests, and familiarization drives along your escape routes. Active fire response: 1 kilometer away. When a fire is 1 kilometer away, the following actions should be your first priority. First, conduct an initial assessment within the first 5 minutes by actively checking all official sources, such as the LAFD website, the emergency alert system, all local news, and the weather reports, and also evaluating the threat level, considering the wind direction and speed, the local topography, fuel conditions, and specific fire behavior, and finally, monitoring all changes by setting up multiple information sources, tracking all shifts in the wind, watching for spot fires, and listening intently for any emergency vehicles. Then you must make immediate preparations to protect your property within the next 15 minutes by implementing all external preparations, closing all windows and doors, removing all flammable curtains, closing metal shutters if installed, moving all patio furniture inside, connecting all garden hoses, and turning on all exterior sprinklers. And then performing all internal preparations, closing all interior doors, moving all furniture to the center of all rooms, filling bathtubs and any large containers, turning on interior lights, and closing all fireplace dampers. And finally, you must fully mobilize your family within the next 10 minutes, alerting all family members, calling an immediate roll call, assigning specific tasks, setting all time limits for preparation, and establishing a buddy system, as well as preparing any children and elderly by helping them dress appropriately, packing comfort items, preparing all required medications, and assigning adult buddies, and lastly, managing all pets, gathering them in one room, preparing carriers, packing their pet supplies, and ensuring their ID tags are all properly updated. Critical decision point: 100 meters away. When fire is just 100 meters away, a critical decision must be made within 5 minutes, either to evacuate or stay. And if you are staying, you will have to make this decision after carefully considering all factors, such as the fire behavior, the rate of spread, the intensity of the flames, the direction of the fire, and any spot fire activity, while carefully assessing all access issues, such as road conditions, traffic reports, and all instructions given by police or other authorities, and, finally, after evaluating all time available. If you are evacuating, begin this process immediately. Complete a final house preparation. Within 5 minutes, turn off all gas lines, leave all lights on, close all doors, and leave a note for firefighters. Then prepare your vehicle. Within 5 minutes, backing into your driveway, loading all go bags, keeping all windows closed, and filling up your gas tank before finally beginning the evacuation process by following all predetermined routes, staying on paved roads, not stopping for photographs, and maintaining constant contact with all members of your group. However, if you choose to remain, and I would only recommend this if you truly have absolutely no other choice, then you must immediately prepare for an interior fire line. Within 10 minutes, moving everything to the center of your home, blocking any ember entry points, preparing all fire extinguishers and setting up water stations, all while securing a safe room by choosing the room farthest from a fire, blocking all gaps around doors, maintaining a reliable water supply, and keeping all of your tools nearby. Immediate survival, 10 meters away. When a fire is just 10 meters away, this is about immediate survival. If you are outside, you must implement these steps immediately. Finding a bare ground area or rocks, lying face down, covering yourself with a wool blanket, remaining as calm as possible, and do not run, while also breathing through a wet cloth, and selecting the best possible position by choosing a large clearing, getting behind any barriers, staying well away from trees, avoiding any uphill areas, and looking for any form of depression to seek shelter from the heat and flames. If, however, you are inside, you must focus on air protection, blocking all vents, using wet towels under all doors, and using N95 masks if you have them, while always remaining low and monitoring the air quality, as well as heat management, by closing all blinds or curtains, using radiant barriers if you have them, monitoring all wall temperatures, staying hydrated, and always watching for smoke. After fire passes. After the fire has passed, you must still remain vigilant, conducting an immediate personal safety check, checking for injuries, monitoring your own breathing, watching for signs of shock, staying hydrated, and resting if at all possible, as well as immediately performing a structure assessment, checking for any hot spots, looking for embers, monitoring the roof, checking the attic, and watching for all falling debris. And finally, by performing a variety of recovery actions, getting medical attention for yourself and others by treating minor burns, documenting all injuries and seeking medical help if it's needed, and always monitor any smoke effects for the next 24 hours, while also protecting your property by documenting all forms of damage, contacting all of your insurers, securing your premises and checking all of your utilities, and closely monitoring all future weather conditions. And finally, always remember the following essential resources: emergency contacts and resources, emergency services, fire/medical, LAFD hotline, poison control, Red Cross, utility companies, gas company, electric company, water department, insurance, policy number, agent contact, claims hotline. Remember, this guide provides a framework for survival, but conditions can change rapidly. Therefore, evacuate early, when so ordered, for no possession is ever worth your life. Print multiple copies of this guide and keep them in your home, car, and go bag, and review it regularly with your family and practice your evacuation plan monthly, especially during fire season, for your life and the lives of your loved ones may very well depend on your preparation and your ability to act quickly and decisively.